Okay, it's tutorial time again. I have a friend of mine who's an interior designer who's beginning to use 3D Studio Max. Wants to figure out how to build a room, light it, texture it, and then render it using the Mental Ray renderer. And I'm going to go ahead and set up a tutorial for that. And if you guys are interested in this, I invite you to check it out. Okay, first thing I want to do is let you know I'm using Studio Max 2011. First thing I want to do is go into the Customize panel, hit Unit Setup, and I'm using feet with fractional inches set to a half inch. Okay, first thing we want to do is build the room. So what we want to do is go into our Snaps toggle right here. Let's right click on that, set it to grid points, and we're good to go there. Let's come up here, go to AEC Extended, and we're going to click on Wall. And we're going to uh, build out this room and go right about to here. Let's come down, bring this over. Let's bring this over to here. Let's come up over to here and straight up. There we go. And there's our room. Okay, so let's turn off our snaps. Let's go into each one of the viewports and hit G to turn off that annoying grid. And in the hold on a second. There we go. And in this window, in the perspective view, we'll hit J to turn off these selection brackets. Okay, so what we want to do now is add some windows. Okay, so let's go back up to AEC Extended, and let's go to Windows. And we're going to use a sliding window for this, and we're going to just drag out a window here on the outer edge of the wall, and then the inner edge of the wall, and then drag it up a bit. Now in the parameters section, let's make the height of the window, let's say, let's say, let's go 4 feet 6 inches high. Let's go 4 feet wide, and we're about 5.5 deep. That's fine. Okay, let's drag this up to about here. Okay, let's see in this view. Let's turn on edge faces so we can kind of see what we're doing here. Okay, we've got our window there, and now we want to connect it to the wall, so we'll up here attach that to the wall. And again, I was using a selected link. Okay, so let's go here. We need to go to Edit Poly. Let's click on the polygon mode, and we're going to click these pieces of glass, because using Mental Ray those won't render. So now I want to add a couple more windows on this wall. So let's shift and drag this window out about like so, and then let's add another one. Okay, so there we go. That's some windows there. So let's just grab these 3 windows again, and let's shift and drag. Whoops, don't want the walls, I just want the windows. So let's click, 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 and then shift and drag those windows out. Okay, and let's pull those back to this back wall. Let's go over here. Whoop. Let's go zoom in. Let's zoom in here. And I want to grab these 3. I'm going to zoom in pretty tight because I want to make sure it's snug up against the wall. Like so. Okay. And I'm going to grab one more of these windows. Let's just grab one of these. And I'm going to shift drag another one. Then I'm going to turn on my snaps toggle. Let's go here to my rotate snaps and rotate that 90 degrees. Let's move this over. Let's zoom in again to make sure it's snugly up against that wall. And we're good. Now let's rotate the whole room so we can see what we've got here. I think I'll add another window on this wall as well. So let's move that over. And then let's grab it and shift drag another window. There we go. Okay, let's rotate this room. I want to put a door right here. So let's go back up to our create panel, click on windows, select door. I want to do a pivot door. Okay. I'm going to come up here. This is where I want to put it. So click on pivot, and on the outside wall I'm going to drag down, and then I'm going to drag in, and then I'm going to go up, and I'm going to make the height of this door 6 feet 6 inches. I'm going to make the width 3 feet 6 inches, and we'll make this 5 inches. Okay, let's try opening it. And this one did connect, so that's good, but I want to let's say flip the swing so that it goes inside the room. Okay, let's just close that up. There we go. Okay, so now we have our windows and our doors in this room that we want to use. Alright, now we want to put a ceiling on it, so let's go up here. Let's click on our snaps toggle with a right click. Let's go to vertex, and let's go to splines and go to line, and make sure our snap is on. And on the outside wall, we're going to just trace this around. Trace all the way around the outside, like so. Then we're going to go to our modify tab, go down here to extrude, and let's extrude that 5 inches. Very good. Now turn off the snap toggle, call this ceiling. Okay, and then I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to drag down another one. That will be the floor. Okay, so now we have the floor and the ceiling in there. Let's put in a camera real quick. We'll use a target camera. Just drag it out. Let's go up here to our select by name. Select the camera and the target. Okay. And in the front view, just drag that up to about halfway, and then just select the camera. I like to pull that up just a little higher. Let's go here to camera, camera view. Okay, and now let's just go to the camera parameter tab, and we're going to pull that back a little bit so we can see most of this room. And I'm going to turn off edged faces right like so. Now I want to go to rendering, render setup. We'll set that 640 by 480. Set the assign renderer to mental ray. Go back up to rendering, hit indirect illumination. We'll set the final gather to low, and we'll set it to 6 bounces. Well, let's set it to 3 bounces to start with, so it'll render quicker. And okay, so now we have our room, our windows, our door, our ceiling, our floor, and our camera in there. And I think we'll stop right here, and then we will continue on in the next one. So hang in there. First thing you want to do though before we quit is let's just save this. Just navigate to any directory you want to put it into. I'm putting it into my interior directory, and just call this one interior vid tut 1. There we go. And I'll be back in the next one. Hang in there.